I'm AbbyX Toycat, and welcome back to another live stream on the internet. Today, I'm playing Minecraft, and I'm building a sugarcane farm. Because get this, right? Some people say you don't need sugarcane in Minecraft, but some people realize you need lots of sugarcane. In fact, not just some sugarcane, but tons, layers of sugarcane going all the way to sky height. Except all the way to sky height is a phrase with a meaning that has changed recently, because now 256 blocks is not the ceiling of the world. Instead, the new ceiling is 320. Therefore, I need to raise my sugarcane farm up 64 blocks, which I'll be doing today. I also have to dig it down 64 blocks. I think that's a much more time-consuming project because we have to dig a hole this size 64 blocks down. So that will be happening also. But for now, it's a sky height sugarcane farm that goes to the old sky height, and it's disappointing. And the only way to fix disappointing things is, you know, I don't know, hit them real hard, or by putting some effort into them. And so today, we're gonna grab ourselves, I've been prepared for this moment. I'm gonna grab myself some dirt, also take some of these handy stacks. I'm gonna make it all out of dirt, just so I can watch the, it was so satisfying to see this, you know, it like slowly load in last time. So let's see what happens. Where the crap is your hair? I figured, you know, people are always complaining, like, your hair looks so bad. Less hair you have, the less there is for people to insult. Checkmate. I just found a 8 vein of diamonds, rare in 1.18, says Cheese God. I watched a video on the best way to find diamonds, and I immediately disagreed with it. And I made my own, my Let's Play tomorrow is all about how to actually find diamonds in this update. Because, yeah, I think this is one of those things where I like the hair, says Cat Beanie. You know what? I like the hair too, but now it's on some floor. I paid a stranger to take it off my head. It's so sad. No, legit, this like, you know what? Most of the time it's like, okay, the internet's gonna say things. But I was like, okay. So I said to the woman cutting my hair. So I do a lot of Zoom calls, because you know that's I don't wanna explain my job to any stranger in public unnecessarily. So I do a lot of Zoom calls, and on those Zoom calls, every now and then someone will make a reference. You guys are my Zoom call, by the way. You're my pandemic meetings. That's why I have to say when my builders around as well. I have to be like, yeah, I just have an important meeting, so please don't turn off the electricity or be concerned if you hear yelling. I'm just really passionate about the quarterly sales meeting. You know how it is. And so yeah, also, thank you very much for the first tip of the stream. I need to move this over there so I can actually see those. Do you still hate chicken wings? Says Turtle Out Loud. That's a funny question to ask. I was literally just thinking, okay, I'm gonna start recording. I'm gonna use this, by the way. Okay, so at the same time as using this for stream, I'm getting some background gameplay. Always blame the bit. Wait, this is, no, wait. We have to minimize this a little more. Also, what do you do if there was an Amethyst Geo directly into your sugarcane farm? Especially if there's no others nearby? Thought experiment. I think I would mold the sugarcane farm around it, because realistically, there could be some sugarcane missing here, and you wouldn't notice if you hadn't seen it, so it's a whole thing. Anyway, yeah, I do have opinions on chicken wings. I think it's such a, like, the fact that they have to be covered in sauce to be, you know, like, otherwise it's not chicken wings, that's just sad chicken, tells you that really, chicken wings are just a cheap piece of meat that can be flavored tastily. But the problem is we have so many things in the world that can be flavored tastily. Yeah, tastily flavored. And, I can't deal with his loss, says Jen Emerson Hutchings. I, order chicken wings from Domino's, says Squishy. By the way, welcome to the membership club, Squishy. Just a warning, there is a slow mode that members get to bypass, but if you abuse it, you do get timed out. So just keep that in mind. Also, Dean Potts, thank you so much for becoming a member for the 3rd month in a row. Do you know YouTube actually lets me, wasn't sure if you got a haircut or it's a man bun, so here's to making us wonder. Merry Christmas, says Andy Crowns. Merry Christmas, Andy Crowns. I saw you in the pre-stream chat. I'm glad all is going well. I mean, I assume all is going well, because you say Merry Christmas. When things are going bad in your life, you stop saying Merry Christmas to people. Pretty sure those are the rules. Oh, this is weird. I guess I have to start the next thing up from here. Okay, so we're going to place a block of... You can't place a block on the side of snow, interestingly. One of those weird little quirks of Minecraft. Just found another 8 vein. Toycat is, you know, good luck. Toycat is yes. Yeah, no, I really feel like I have some strong thoughts in mining in Minecraft 1.18. And the simplest way to boil it down is just like, is this the most important thing? Okay, wait, now I'm gonna... it's fine, actually. Man, look at the views from up here, by the way. Honestly, this alone is enough of an exciting thing for the video. Like, you can see all the way over to, like, again, like, playing on a realm is great, but playing on a bedrock realm is just a waste of your PC. It's, look at the extra render distance, man. I can see all the way over to there. That's nuts. Anyway, I eat free chicken wings, says, Ian Incredible Gaming. What is your secret? Tell me all about it. Yeah, this, so, my plan with this, are we a TAD exemption? Says Dresden JB Bowmanclaw. Do you mean a tax exemption? I don't know what you could possibly mean with that comment. But you know what? Whatever it is that you mean, yeah, you're that. Oh, I did make a mistake. Oh, no, that's from a layer down, lower. We're good. We got this. So Kat, I do want you to know you're my favorite porridge wog. Please keep going. That is a slur, and I would appreciate if you do not say that on my Minecraft live stream. As we've learned today, you do not say that. You do not say the P word in front of Scottish people. You know, my mod is Scottish. You know, you think it's okay to say that right here? How's your day, says KitKats. Thank you for asking. You know, everyone else here. By the way, I didn't even think about this. Because my sugarcane farm previously only went up to 255, like 256 blocks was only tall enough for sugarcane to grow too high. Now it's all, like, it's all been stunted for 6 years or something. It's now finally able to grow up to the next layer, which is really cool. Anyway, when will you be doing another world review, says Joe1530. During the month of January. I think I might take worlds for it soon. Like, I'd start thinking about my plan regarding January content, because I want to take some time off in January. You're my favorite YouTuber, IBX Toycat, says Winging It Worthington. Hey, thank you so much. Assuming that is true, then I feel complimented. And assuming it's not true, then I didn't want to be your favorite YouTuber anyway. But yeah, when will you destroy the mountains, says Oxy Clean Max Power. I think this is the project that had to come first, right? There's no way we could have done another project before this one. Wow, Toycat having to Java bridge. Yeah, it sucks because of the sugarcane ruining my... Look at that. By the way, what even happened there? I genuinely cannot tell you. I can't believe you got Java guys put up with this. Like, I'd have to like... Oh god, it's actually really... Oh god. Okay, so there's a creeper there, which is concerning. I don't even know how he spawned. You'd figure... You know what? There's now an extra reason not to fall down, right? Like, oh yeah, oh god. Okay, I can learn to do this. Okay. It's, no, I'm not gonna learn to do this. It's an iconic Toycat project. Yeah, I feel like there's something about this that really does stick with the whole idea of the channel, right? Of just like, you know what? Just because it's not a good idea, it's not gonna stop me from doing it. Is there 2 creepers, or is that the same creeper? Oh god! Oh, okay. Oh, he's in water, it's fine. Okay. At high levels, you can put glow lichen in your water source to keep it from freezing. This would also work on your boat slide, says Mountain Man. Oh, that's a smart idea right there. That's a very smart idea. I didn't even think about that one. I'm glad I have smart people on the internet who talk to me, because I would not be thinking about these things otherwise. So yeah, this is perfectly lined up to go that way. And then we have another block, and then we have 2 block gap, and then we have 2 there, and then we have a 2 block gap, and then 2 there, and so on and so forth. Easy stuff. Watching you build your glorious cane tower is the best hangover remedy for my 21st birthday I can think of. Hey, happy birthday, Stephen Renfro. Wait, yesterday was your birthday. Happy birthday yesterday. Happy birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, it was your birthday 24 hours ago or so. Happy yesterday day. You know what, this is the high quality you get with a Toycat tip. This is this real service I sell on this channel. Yeah, Java bridging sucks. I genuinely, if you play Java Edition, and this is how you do everything in life. Also, on Java, like, I know you can toggle it to behold, but by default, you have to, like, manually shift down. Your little fingers must be so worked out by now. Will the water source blocks freeze at the highest point? Might have to use waterlogged blocks, says Dean Potts. Yeah, the idea someone suggested is using glow lichen. Whether I will do that or not is a different question. But that's where the smart money is at, apparently. Oh, this is so much easier. We just place backwards as we run this way. So much better. So much better. So yeah, I'm actually going to have to remove this this glowstone from here, funnily enough. Even though it's my source of light right now, it's not a very good long-term source of light. They added toggle shift and toggle sprint to Minecraft and Java. Yeah, no, they have toggle shift and toggle sprint, but it's not the default, and most people stick with the default, right? Right, that's how Minecraft works. And so, as a result, most people, including me, when I switch to keyboard mouse, like right now, I'm gonna switch to keyboard mouse. Can you tell that? Now it's like based on hold down, and yeah, again, I can toggle it, but it just feels unnatural because, you know, there's something so interesting about, like, again, de facto default choices, and that we stick with the first thing we learn. It's fascinating. Again, I always like to think about, like, what's the, like, evolutionary benefit to why we do certain things? Like, surely, like most things in life, it's better, rather than being like, okay, I found some berries, I'll eat these berries so I don't die. Maybe it should be more like, you know what if I could find better berries that don't look like this? But I guess the way I describe it is, like, if you want to do the best thing for yourself, you stick to the easiest option. If you want to do the best thing for the world around you, you do the more complex option. First thing I learned was to change the setting first. How long have you been on this world for? Auto jump being on automatically is so annoying. I think the auto jump is a beneficial feature solely because it lets you climb stairs faster. That is my that's my argument I'm going to make right now. I hope you agree with it, because if you don't, there's nothing you can do. This is the internet. Worst thing about Java is that it's on automatically. No, I mean, it's on Bedrock too. Like, again, it's just, if you're just getting into Minecraft, it makes the game more accessible. Who wouldn't like that? Have you cut your hair, or have I just forgotten how you look? I hope it's the former and not early onset dementia. I heard from someone yesterday. I don't even know who, actually. You know, it was from someone. I totally don't trust the source now that I think about it. But I heard that dementia actually develops, like, in your early years, and then you only spot it when it's so bad that you're, like, about to go really bad about it. And that made me realize, like, oh, I was gonna, like, start dealing with the, you know, like, try and prevent dementia when I was, like, 40. Maybe if I do it now, then everything will be better. And I guess that's true for most things, right? Like, again, it goes back to what I was saying about we just stick with the first good option sometimes. And, yeah, like, you only wait to fix something till it gets tragically bad. Like, I had someone live in my house. He's a friend of mine. He's a great guy. But one of the differences between, like, you know, how you think when you're just living in a house and how you think when, you know, it's like your responsibility is, like, he turned off the extractor fan in the, do you have extractor fans in America? I heard most countries don't have them. You only need them in, like, you know, humid and cold countries like the UK. Maybe I'm wrong. But basically all the moisture builds up in a bathroom, and so you get a fan that takes out the moisture. But he was like, man, that fan's loud and annoying. Why does it turn on? And so he just turned it off for months. And so, like, there's an additional... And it's like, it makes sense, like, why you need to be... Why you would... Like, if you're not going to live in that... If it's not your problem, if there's moisture and you haven't dealt with moisture, why would you live with the noise of a fan? Also, auto jumpers eat boneless wings, says a turtle out loud. You know, my least favorite thing in the world, my least favorite thing, like literally seven steps above genocide and all the other terrible, all the other moderately bad things out there, is people who say, boneless wings aren't actually real wings. You know, do you know that? I bet you don't know that. I bet you didn't know until just now that boneless wings are not in fact chicken wings. And it's like, I'm aware. The point is, it's you know, it's chicken whatever, you know, like, and it's got the sauce on, and again, the thing that makes chicken wings iconic is the sauce. It's not, no one's like, you know what my favorite thing about chicken wings is? The fact that it comes from the wing of the chicken. You know, I had some chicken wings the other day, and then I learned they were duck wings, and even though it tasted exactly the same, Just knowing that it didn't come from the chicken, the wing of the chicken, ruined my day. Ruined it right badly. We've almost been up here. It's a cool night, though. Just FYI, the Streamlabs link in the description. I don't know if that's intentional. I'm pretty sure my bathroom at home has an extractor fan. US, says Lizzie S. Oh yeah, it's not in that. Okay, can I tell you the dumbest... Okay, I'm so mad at YouTube recently. Again, all I want in my life is to switch streaming platform, but there's not a good streaming alternative. There's Twitch, and so, okay, I've ruled out Twitch. You know, maybe I just hate too many things. Maybe I need to be the guy who just accepts the first thing they're on and learns to love it. But, so I can't switch to Twitch because of their everything wrong with Twitch. And so it's like, okay, what about Mixer? Okay, Mixer got bought up. What about Facebook stream? Oh, okay. Actually, no, I was offered like a very high 5-digit sum to switch to Facebook streaming at one point. But like before. And even then, every time I look at someone who goes there, that's where you go to die, you know? That's where you... Anyway, whatever. We never got the deal worked out for like the dumbest reasons in the end. Just pretend to like YouTube streaming, says Dominic Durant. That's what I'm saying. You know, let's just all pretend. Let's just all pretend we like things we don't, and then we'll all be happier. But no, yeah. So there is like, let me tell you the dumbest issue of YouTube. YouTube only lets you change the thumbnail once every 24 hours. It's not actually true. For most people, you can refresh the page and it stops limiting it. It's only for some people. Some people on YouTube, they're limiting the thumbnail change rate to once every 24 hours to stop people doing A/B testing with thumbnails. Which, first of all, like, okay, weird, but sure. But the problem is they applied this 24-hour limit to me only for streaming. I can change my video thumbnails as much as I like, but I can only change my my live stream thumbnails once every 24 hours. Okay, that seems fine, right? Like, I don't... Like, it's annoying because I do like to change my stream thumbnails because I put a temporary one up and then I later change it. Okay, I can't set up a live stream for a thumbnail, but that's fine. But here's the bigger problem. If I set up my live stream using the details from the previous live stream, then it just considers that as a thumbnail change. And so I can only set up a new... every single time I have to set up a live stream, I have to start from scratch. Like, what is the description going to be? What are the settings? How often can people chat? What are the rules on that? Like, how do super chats work, etc. I have to re-enable every single setting manually, solely because if I try to use my old settings, I can't change the thumbnail. And it's like, why? What is wrong with you, YouTube? And, yeah, Toy Cat looking fresh, though. Thank you very much. Looking fresh, and my Toy Cat is... Wait. My Toy Cat is Yes sweater that you cannot buy, if I'm not mistaken. I'm so good at merch promotion. Do you want to buy this? Well, go get a time machine, travel back in time 12 months. There is something I really like about, like, not like doing the whole, like, ooh, it's, you know, we're gonna, you know, all that stuff. I like that this was, like, a specific moment in history that exists. Like, I hate when YouTubers do this whole, like, oh, yeah, it's only available for 12 more hours. And then they set up the exact same shirt or whatever once every month. It's like, oh, so you lied about being limited edition for more sales. No, you commit to that. You gotta commit to it. People average 3 views a stream on Facebook/metagaming. I don't believe people average 3 views a stream. Every single streaming platform, the average has to be 0. The average has to be 0. I have a friend who's in an MLM who streams on Facebook, and you know, I don't know. I don't know if you're like meant to be supportive of that sort of thing, so I'm not. When in doubt, do the absolute minimum, or do less than that. You know, that's something we don't talk about enough. Like, doing the minimum is not actually the minimum. You can always do less than the minimum, and usually it's absolutely fine. Your makeshift plush, says Cancer's Attitude. Exactly. It was available once. Good luck buying one now. Good luck finding one. Your friend is in multi-level marketing. As a proper Toy Cat fan, I wear my Toy Cat Xmas jumper when it's not Xmas. Yeah, I felt kind of bad. I went out to Christmas market today with my Christmas jumper, and I was like, I had to cover it up. I was like, Christmas is not the time to be wearing Christmas jumpers. Or Christmas anything, really. Christmas merch is exclusively for use between February and November. And, yeah, it's really disappointing. Really disappointing. It's not always Xmas, but it'll always be IB Xmas, says Black Scorpion. I love that. I love that. No, yeah, Toy Cat is causing depression. You know, you feeling depressed? You ever considered being more depressed? You know, that's another thing we don't talk about enough. Like, we always say it can get better, but you know what? Technically speaking, it can get worse too. I mean, if it couldn't get worse, then you'd always be... when I used to stream on Twitch, I got like free viewers, so the free average viewer thing is understandable in my opinion. I think that it's like the... Like, think about what's the average number of Olympic medals the average runner has. You might be like one, like, you know, like, maybe. And you're like, no. It's 0.0000, you know, like, whatever. It's, like, the best results tend to congregate around the top. There is a, like, again, there's, like, a disproportionate amount of humans at, like, the very top end of certain things. And, as a result, it's like, in streaming, even if there's the same number of streamers as stream viewers, which they're usually, you know, that's not how you would line that one up, right? It just means that there's so many streams that, like, who is going to find them? Who's gonna watch them? It could always be worse, lump out. Wise words, Toy Cat. It's what people forget about. Pass it forward, tip for Xmas. This tip is dedicated to Myra V. Says Cat Beanie. See, now that's what I'm talking about. Christmas, you know, people do get more generous with tipping in the holiday season, right? You ever considered being more generous with your boy? I bet you haven't, but now you know you could be. Yeah, this is nice. This is really nice. What's the thing you hate most about Bedrock? Just curious. The lack of world customization. When you start, like, you cannot convince me this isn't, not a conspiracy, but, like, an active, like, if Microsoft was going to make money from you opening your own super flat world, I guarantee they would have made sure that happened sooner. Like, every major gameplay feature they port over, the ones that even have a hint of threatening the bottom line, they have, like, the tiniest sniff, any sign at all that maybe, just maybe, this would have any one person not buy a map. They're like, you know, no. Hey, thank you, March. I'll buy your sweat by getting those shady Chinese to make one. Ooh, those shady Chinese. I don't know if I should be reading that one out loud. Yeah, why can't we have villages and super flats? Exactly. Okay, you know, super flats in Bedrock have nothing going on in them, which is why I feel like the challenge is like, what can you actually do with them? I haven't, like, worked out all the various things that you theoretically could do, but I want to. Like, it's got to be next to nothing, right? You can use dirt, you can use your starter chest, and then you can grow trees. And then I guess you could use those trees, and, you know, again, it's one of those wacky questions. Will you be taking your sugarcane farm down too, says McBella78. Thank you, by the way, for 19 months in a row. It's so annoying. It just shows you've become a channel member. It doesn't show the message, which is the, you know, congratulations on... It doesn't even say 19 months, which is the thing that we're congratulating. Anyway, build things with dirt. You know, just make a sugarcane farm. The lack of customizations like that is, really hurts the super wacky PvP UHC modes in Java. Really hurts Bedrock. Such a shame. Yeah, again, I just want them to be like, yep, we're gonna commit to doing this 2 updates from now. Just give a timeline. Just say, yeah, we want parity. So we're gonna do this. But I guess in their defense, there's other features that they're making, like, no progress on, like spectral arrows. I've heard nothing about, etc., etc. I think that I'd love to make a video about how, like, parity is actually impossible. They're never going to actually achieve it. Because when you look at things like Redstone, if you make parity, you make one of the 2 versions so insanely unhappy. Like, the only way that parity works right now is when you go on servers, and the servers kind of change the game on both versions. Yes, please add Big Sam to Java. I can't play like this anymore, says Hexateron. I can't believe anyone plays the Java with the lack of big salmon. Hey, thank you, The Thickness, for becoming the 362nd channel member. Bedrock super flats are like Skyblock. I think it's crazy that if you want to make a super flat, the actual advice is go play Console Edition and then switch back and play this instead. Spectre House being Java exclusive is literally so random. But then on the other side, it's like, why are Arrows of Decay only on Bedrock? Like, Minecraft is just a bigger game than the people developing it. Like, you know, like, it's bigger than anyone has like a conception of, I guess, in so many ways. I've heard there's like there is a team that focuses solely on making the Minecraft experience better, and it's like several people. But even then, it's like, even when you take 10 people, they can't conceive of all of the thing. You know, this is something that's hit me about YouTube recently. Like, so the higher production value. Also, by the way, do you like my drink today? It comes in a little cat mug. Do you like that? Do you like the the little touch we have here? I like the little touch. Anyway, oh, it smells good. I love clementines, apparently. This is Bucks Fizz again. I need to start buying clementine juice the rest of the year. It's a good idea. Cute, says Hexateron. I agree. Doll Bath is greater than a cat mug. Oh, exciting Doll Bath update. The Doll Bath should be here tomorrow. I got a text. Again, like, Amazon.com is weird with how they're delivering things to the UK. I got a text being like, blah, 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 be on guard or something. Oh, it's so cute, says Marbet. Your drink is slightly invisible. It's weird, it's not invisible from this angle. Oh wait, it's not invisible from any angle anymore. Oh, it's invisible from just this one angle. Huh, fascinating. So I'm gonna grab a nice green straw. Again, don't worry, I'm using only the finest plastic straws. Oh, this is yellow, whatever. I think we should go down to, or we should bring a bed up here. I'm not sure which makes more sense. Anyway, let's see how fast. So the grass is slowly coming up here now. It's gone to here in all of that time. I wonder how much more progress we'll make. I didn't get a notification. How long will be gone? Says Spoon. 35 minutes. I think that... Do you want to know something interesting about notifications? Oh, you don't? Okay. We won't say it then. Okay, here we go. Let's just slide up. You know, let's just fly down and then, like, at the last minute, slow down with the water. Here's an interesting question, chat. You know, this one...
The drink is wacky.
Hey, thank you, SevCA! First text-to-speech of the stream, if I'm not mistaken. Thank you for tipping the minimum $10 or whatever it is to make the voice say the fun things. Do it, Brian. I wonder if the chroma screen for green screens can be customized. Oh yeah, it can be. I customized mine so badly because my... Oh, this is weird, right? Look at me. I'm just gonna rub their eyes. I ripped old world type. We should do an old world type thing now, just to take advantage of that, huh? Okay, so we're gonna fill up on these. We're gonna throw the shulker box in there basically empty, and then grab out another box. We're gonna be going for a lot of dirt. I didn't realize just how dirt heavy we'd be going today, which really is a big oversight when you really dive into it. Anyway, so now we're gonna grab some black wool. Do we have other colors? Nope, just an empty shulker box. Man, I have a shulker box problem. I have a real shulker box problem. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out 3 brown wool, and then 3 bits of wood, and then we'll make a bed. Hey Toy Cat, you're waking my German Shepherd up. Please be quiet. You know, I wish I had considered your German Shepherd when I was being so loud. It's pretty selfish of me not to. So can everyone be quiet? Oh wow, did you see that? That was a Spore Blossom particle. How did that get up here? How did that, like, did that go all the way from downstairs? And like, you know, whatever. Do you want to see something, by the way? Okay, you gotta promise. You gotta promise if you see something from tomorrow's video that you pretend you didn't. But if we look down here and we go out the door, then you can see the Spore Blossom particles are just everywhere again. You're not seeing anything you're not meant to. It's crazy how many of them there are. I like it. I'm gonna go. I might do another Spore Blossom Collection stream. I might just. Anyway, so let's go back up. Let's probably craft our bed first, though. Actually. So okay, brown bed. Let's go. I didn't see anything since playing Pixel. Exactly. No one saw anything. Everything's wonderful. Okay, let's go. Fly 1 block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks, 4 blocks. Yeah. Do 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 do. Boom, 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 boom. Thank you so much for 4 months. Hey Toy Cat, hope you're having a great weekend. Yeah, I watched the F1 in a bar today. You know, okay. There's something weird about I've been thinking a lot about how we do things. So one of the things that like is terrifying to me is walking into a place and it being so full that there are no tables and then like walking out. You know, that's like you know, like walking into a busy place. You know, actually, I guess busy is better than like empty. Okay, you know, sorry, I'm talking about pubs now. So let's just, if you don't understand what a pub is, imagine them walking into a gun shop. To translate for Americans. So walking into a place, looking around, walking out. I don't know why it like scares me so much, but like there's people in there being like, look at these losers, thinking they could find a table at our pub, bar, whatever. But so yeah, it's like usually a thing that terrifies me. And I was wondering, like, is it easier to, like, there are some things like that. You know, okay, one of the other things that scares me for no good reason is walking into like an independent restaurant. You know why? Because there's so many minor variables that shouldn't be variable, but they act like you're the weird one for not knowing them. Stuff like, okay, do you seat yourself or do you wait at the start? Obviously, if there's a sign there, that's wonderful. But there never is. It's always just like, oh, why are you standing here? Or this is a place where you sit down. You order at the bar at this place. Oh, this is a place where you know, like, I was like, I don't know how I was meant to know that. Or there's also like, they say hello to you, and you're like, hello. And it's like, you know, then they're like waiting for you to say something. And obviously you're meant to say like, yeah, table for this many. But like, why do they wait? Why don't they say how many of you would like to dine? I guess they're waiting for you to request for them because that's what service is. But you know, anyway, my point here is I'm a very strange human being who can't handle the most basic interactions. But one of the things I usually find hard is like going into a place, seeing if there's like space, a table, and then like walking out. And one of the reasons for one of the things that I think is interesting is like doing stuff like that. You know, the restaurant example, walking to a place. Should that be easier to do for yourself or to do for someone else? You know, like it's like something I've always wondered in my head. Because I feel much better like doing weird and hard things. Like it feels like good if you're like doing it for someone, or you know you're doing it for someone to do for you. You know, like but like it's weird if you're like, okay, this is a thing I have to do. It's like, oh no, there is now this like irreversible, terrible thing in my future. Just curious, what are you playing on right now, and what's your render distance? I'm playing on Minecraft Bedrock Windows 10, and the render distance is 51 chunks. It's actually pretty low compared to where we could be, but I think this is a really healthy balance. I think, honestly, we could go like 5 chunks down, and it would probably be just fine still. But yeah, I like this render distance. I think, someone said something about being awkward. I wanna hear what that is. Yeah, I think there's a weird, how do we describe this? I think there's a weird like aspect of like doing unpleasant things, where like for everyone, every unpleasant thing has a different tally of like, is this fun to do for me? Is this fun to do for other people? Is this fun? Also, 51 chunks is insane. The highest my PC can go on Java is 48 chunks with Optifine. Yeah, my render distance goes up to 96. And when I'm playing, it's fine to do 96. But if I'm currently streaming Minecraft on one capture, then I have an entirely different capture that's recording Minecraft. I'm surprised my PC hasn't crashed, honestly. And so when we're doing this, I think we have to stick about 50. Sometimes we have to go a little bit lower. Try looking at it as bad service instead of you being awkward was the message about awkwardness you missed. Hey, thank you, Orange Brian Smith. See, but I hate the idea of like good service, bad service, you know? Like the only service is, hey, can you take me to the place where the people will give me the food that I am actually here for? You know? The only exception, okay, the only time service is a thing that matters is when the food is free. In my, right? Because otherwise, that like, maybe this is just me, because I've said this before, but I don't like when people have an incentive to ignore me, and I don't like, you know, like when they have an incentive to, you know, like well, I like when there's an incentive for me to be nice to someone and for them to be nice to me. You know, where we're both benefiting if this is a good interaction. Whereas when you're at a place where the food is free, or you know, let's call it an airline, let's call it a, you know, like somewhere like that, then the incentive changes entirely, because the worse service they give you at a place where food is free, the less it costs them, right? The less they give you the food that you are there for, the better off they are doing in the long run. I remember when I was a kid, there was a buffet, and after I went in for like a second plate of ice cream, they locked the freezer, so I couldn't get more ice cream out. Which like, at the time I was just like flabbergasted, like, oh, what? Like, are you deciding how much ice cream I get to have at this buffet? And apparently they were. It wasn't even good ice cream. That's the worst bit. If it was like, yes, this is the best ice cream we have, it's designed to... Nope, nope, it's the business responsibility to give you, the customer, a smooth experience. No, I don't like that actually, though, because, like, you are the variable, right? The business's whole thing is like, yes, we are here and this is what we do. I've always, you know, like, if I walk into a restaurant, okay, again, we're going to use America because America is all about service. If I walk into the restaurant and I'm like, hey, can you give me a strawberry daiquiri? And they're like, sir, this is, we do not serve alcohol, let alone a frozen. And I'm like, such bad service. You're embarrassing me in front of my date. Can you make me a strawberry daiquiri? Pop, pop. You know, like I'm being awkward because I'm asking for what I want. I guess you could argue that, like, actually, that's, you know, all you gotta do is like accept no for an answer and then you'll mix that up. But it's like, yeah, no, you can't just ask. Service to me is dependent on the food cost. Cost more equals better service. Cost less, I just want food. I've always had this opinion. Okay, you know how Italian food is famously the most high margin food that exists. If you don't know, fun fact. Italian food costs nothing to make, but for some reason, restaurants can price it the same amount as other food. And, like, to me, whenever I go somewhere that's, like, too fancy, I'm like, oh, instead of spending money on food, they spend money on a cool atmosphere. Like, do you know, there's that steakhouse by the guy from the internet. You know what I'm talking about, hopefully, by just that. So it's like a famous guy on the internet. He has a steakhouse. And... it costs something like 12 quid for a Red Bull, or like 15 pounds for a cappuccino. Like obviously the steaks cost like hundreds to thousands depending on which steak you get. But like a lot of people get upset, like there's no way that this is worth this. But it's like, no, you're paying partially for the atmosphere, partially to say you've been there, and then way after those things is like, after all of that, whatever, all that effort they put into that stuff, Salt Bay, exactly. And then after those things, they'll put some effort into, you know, the food. But like, if I'm going out to eat, I guess you actually do want experience. There's a minimum level of experience you want. But, I also just want, like, the best food I can have for the price. Because again, if I'm getting mediocre food, like pasta, for instance, every restaurant I go to that serves pasta, and like, I could have just microwaved a bowl of pasta, and it would taste just as good. You know, like pizza, for example. You know, there's a pizza place near me that's Italian. It's like 10 pounds. It's the best pizza. I've yet to find a place that tops it. Like burger is another example where, like, yeah, there is a point where the quality tops out, and you just start paying for. Okay, we can take all of that out, and then we can break it after this. Oh god. It's not that you're owed good services customer, it's just the best way for a business to keep customers. Yeah, but yeah, I guess that's what you say. I guess I agree with what you're saying on that point. I think that's what makes it so hard, and that's why Arthur Murray, thank you very much for the €2 tip, by the way. So I want to come back to tipping. Don't get me wrong, love tips and service. But first, I want to talk about something. I want to talk about some controversy, right, chat? So also thank you, Arthur Murray. You are from, I'm gonna guess, based on the name Arthur, you're from Ireland because it's also euros. That's my wild guess. Actually, no, Murray's Scottish. So Northern Irish living in Ireland. Or Scottish living in Ireland. Or just maybe Murray is an Irish last name too. I actually enjoy food way more when I know it costs me cheap, says Ivet Dim. Yeah, good food when it's cheap is amazing. I'll agree with that actually. I should order food. You know, what am I doing here live streaming when I could have food delivered to me right now? Okay, let's go on Deliveroo. You've done this to me, internet. I was gonna have a wonderful time, but now we're gonna look at the sky, and we're gonna order food. Okay, what do we order? What do we order? Chat, help me order food. What are we going for? I feel like tipping is one of the bases of any Toy Cat stream. Okay, our choices. Okay, chat. So obviously there's like 100 something choices, even at 10 PM on a Sunday. So, oh, I can get. Ooh, I can get, okay, everyone's saying pizza, Taco Bell. I don't have a Taco Bell in my delivery radius, which makes me sad. I can get burger. I can get more burgers. I can get Mexican, surprisingly. There's a, you know what, should I get some tacos? I can get some Greek gyros, some Nando's. It's good to get some cheesecakes delivered. There's just a cheesecake only place, which seems like such a terrible delivery model. I can get some poke. I can get some wings. Oh, you know what? I can get some boneless wings. Even better, actually, right? Okay, we're gonna go between tacos and boneless wings. Chat, you gotta decide. Tacos or boneless wings? What are we going with? Eat cheesecake from dinner? Why do you say tacos like that? Oh yeah, I love the way Americans feel about me saying the word tacos. Tacos, tacos, tacos. Tacos, tacos, tacos. Okay, wings. Ooh, it's actually pretty close, huh? It's pretty close. I think tacos is coming out ahead. I feel like tacos is coming out ahead. Tacos is more substance. Oh, but I'm not actually hungry. I just want to eat food, you know? I feel like you misunderstood me. I'm not hungry. I would just like some food. Like, you know, it tastes good when I put it in my mouth, and I would like that experience. Does anyone else ever do this? I feel like maybe it's just me. Gyros is pronounced like gyros. Oh, the gyros. Okay.
He'll buy his get fish tacos and boneless wongs.
Fish tacos and boneless wongs. You're on your way to morbid obesity, says Tomcrat. Yeah. It's. I get it. It's not. Oh no! I didn't realize ordering delivery food on a Sunday evening was not the smart way to. Was not in fact the way to be the healthiest version of myself. I'm on a strict eat to survive budget, says Michael D. Thanks to people like March3258 who give me money for things like that. I fortunately can't afford silly food. Honestly, that is my favorite luxury in life. So when I first did YouTube, actually no, it wasn't YouTube. It was I don't remember where the money came from actually. I did this I think it was like my first ever online job. Like okay, so I've been working online since I was like I think 12. But like my first big paydays came when I was like 13, 14. But it was always money that I couldn't take offline because you have to be 18 to have a PayPal account. And so they wouldn't let me link my PayPal to my bank account. So I'd have PayPal money I could do nothing with. Like besides spend it online. And so I spent all I made literally I made $5,000 over 2 years, which I know is nothing if you're American, but like I was a poor child. $5,000 was mind-blowing money to me. I spent it all on American sweets, Mountain Dew. I've got a USB. Wait, do you want to see this? I've got a USB-powered fridge. Oh Christ! Oh, it's plugged in right now. Okay, I'm gonna unplug that. I got a USB-powered fridge right here that I bought online with some of my first ever money. It can only store 1 can, obviously. But still, yeah, Yeah, buy Toy Cat dinner. You're not... I'm from Cork, Ireland. Good guess. Thank you very much. Oh, how long have I been doing nothing here, by the way? Oops. So, how about a salad from McDonald's to promote good health, says Tom Carrap. 5,000 is a lot for a kid with nothing to spend it on. Yeah, there was so many things I needed in real life, but I couldn't get the money in real life. The reason I probably would have made more if I'd have like kept the site running, but I got so scared of taxes, because here's a funny lesson for you all. When one of the tricks I learned doing business is no one will take a 14-year-old seriously in ad sales, so I never told people my age on the internet. I mean, I probably would have got groomed or something if I did anyway, so like, smart in retrospect. Anyway, so I never told people I was a 14-year-old. And so I had conversations with people online. I was like, so, I've made this money, and what do you reckon I do about it? And there was this really great guy who was like, he was one of the more helpful people I knew online. And he was like, yep, so you need to declare that ASAP because the IRS doesn't mess around. Again, I didn't realize the IRS wasn't the governing body in the country I lived in. But he was like, this, guy I know had his house taken away, his car taken away because he didn't pay the IRS. So yeah, I was so freaked out by like stories like that because when I spoke to people like asked like, so how do I pay taxes? I have the money right here. I don't know, how would I work out what percent tax? How do they know that I have the money? I have so many questions. Like it's I should make videos for as a poor kid. I got about the same from inheritance when I was young, and I was so stupid with it because I'd never had any money. Wish I'd known what I do now and saved it. Man, I feel like exactly like if I had gone a ton of real life money, I would have been just as stupid. Because like where this story was going. So tacos, says John Parker. You know what? Wait, here's how I make the real money. I'll let the first person to tip. I don't know, what does it cost? Like £8 for tacos or wings. First person to tip £8, you can choose what I eat. Do you like that power? Does anyone even choose that power? I don't imagine so. But rather than using democracy, let's use money. My favorite solution to problems. What am I eating, chat? I mean, what am I eating? Like tippers. You decide. Anyway, so okay, but the IRS is crazy though. I'm only 20 and I fear for my life. I can't comment, I guess. I don't live in America. Maybe they're crazy. Or maybe, like with any organization that needs to have authority, far more of their power comes from you thinking they're powerful than from them being powerful, right? You just gotta know your way around it. Save at least 10 to 20% for taxes if your income isn't already taxed. I mean, as an adult, I have to save literally 50% for taxes. At least living in the UK. I know it's like 40-something in America. It's like, okay, here's some money. Take half of it, throw that in a bank account for the government, and then whatever. Anyway, voting American style ace says Xanod. Exactly. Okay, we'll do democracy. All your votes from earlier counted. But if someone donates £8, they get 10,000 votes. No, wait, they get 10 million votes. On what I get to eat, between tacos and the boneless wings, of course. IBX Toy Cat, can you jump bridge? I can very poorly. I tried it for the first time right there. Let's learn it actually. Let's learn some more. Okay, so we're gonna do some jump bridging. Okay. Oh god. There's no point.
Cereal without a spoon.
Okay, Gringy is voting for cereal without a spoon. What do we reckon, chat? Do we reckon that's a smart idea? What am I just putting my hands in a bowl of soup at that point? Burger.
You are eating burger.
Well, you know what?
How much is this in pounds, lol?
Buff Joe has decided we're eating a burger. Chat, I said that someone could decide between boneless wings or tacos. And then they donated $15 and said burger. What am I eating for dinner? Please help me, chat. Please, I don't know what the actual response to that is. Good luck on the farm, Gat. Thanks for the great content. Thank you. A peach churger, a boragir. Got to go, everyone. Have fun with your tacos, says Lizzie S. Taco burger, wings, borgir. I don't. I mean, you know what, chat? I don't know how we had 2 options and everyone's managed to get it confused. I don't know. I don't know how this has happened. I'm very confused, but I'll just enjoy my Bucks Fizz. Good stuff. I eat wingless bones. You know, wingless bones is what dogs eat all the time. It is true. It can't be that bad. Burgrior says, Darcy, you know, it's not a terrible option, is it? It's not a terrible option. Could eat some Burgrior. with no spoon, of course.
Eat a tenner.
Eat a tenner. Well, you know what? I do happen to have £10 in my pocket. No, I don't. I have 5 and 20. Ah, I'm objectively poor. Only 25 quid. I'm basically, howdy toy cat. Eat some boneful wings. How about I get some boned wings, and I just get the and I just eat the bones. How about that? I mean, clearly that's what you boned wing lovers love, right? You like the bones so much. I'm just gonna eat the bones. You know, I'd love to start a restaurant for sarcasm reasons.
Boneless vegan tofu wings with no sauce.
You know what? Boneless vegan. Are they boneless wings if they're vegan? Because if so, Jeff Watkins, he's hit the £8. Like after, obviously I've got to eat the tenner for David Solomano. But am I eating vegan boneless wings, or does that not meet the category requirement? That's the question, right? I don't know how this works. I haven't worked out the maths on this one. Yeah, I think that, you know, I'm glad we have such a contentious issue. What Toy Cat should eat for dinner is something that is dividing us, but it's allowing us to have productive conversations about what it is we all want from life.
You get chicken tacos with wing sauce.
Chicken tacos with wing sauce, or boneless vegan tofu wings of no. See, there it is too hard to know for sure which of those is the correct choice. And so logically, just do nothing. That is the only solution. Eat a cat. Okay, so I gotta go. Okay, what am I ordering from all of this? I'm ordering a burger with some boneless vegan wings on the side, but then some chicken tacos with wings. I guess yeah. If you put wing sauce on chicken taco, you know, actually, I like that idea. Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, tortilla. Should I name the place out loud? Yeah, I'm gonna order. Oh no, I think they've. Oh no, please don't tell me that. Okay, tortilla's open. So they're vegan friendly. Okay, so we get some chicken. We get some chicken tacos, right? And then we throw some wing sauce on there. What does that even look like? Okay, so chat. There's some grilled chicken tacos available right here. I'll get them with a flour tortilla. I get to pick cheese or sour cream. I'll have both, I guess. There's only salsa they have as options. Wait, look at these. Okay, wait, chat. I know people from America or Mexico get horrified by this. Look at the sauce choice we have. It's Christmas, cranberry, and orange sauce. Is that even salsa at that point? I genuinely don't know. I add a little squeeze of lime, some pickled red onions. So don't dox yourself. Yeah, that was my big fear. I was like, you know what? You get the boneless wings and put them in the tacos. Says oh, that is such a good idea. Oh my god, you are blowing my mind right now, Jessica. Oh, by the way, good to see you. It's been a while. I hope all is well in New Zealand. Like, I feel like everyone in New Zealand is either in love with what's going on right now, or they're like, oh yeah, so everything is ruined, and I don't know when it's gonna be okay. And I guess that's good, right? Like, when you're mad, you get to be, you know, like, being mad is fun. Like, you know, I'm mad about how confused I am right now, and that's better than just being okay with it. And being happy is good because it's like the opposite of sadness. I've been told, at least. Okay, so I've gotta like do something with all of these chests, I think. Okay, so I'm gonna get the tacos, then I'm gonna get the boneless wings, and then they're gonna come and I'm gonna realize that I'm not hungry enough to have 2 meals, and then I'm gonna put some away or something. I don't even know what the plan is. Okay, so now I'm gonna throw a second shulker box in there. Probably need to be more careful of this. And we're gonna grab another dirt box and some more dirt. We are going to run out of dirt again, which is nutty. Yeah, you know, okay, I'm gonna do that. That is actually It's the only logical choice. I think it goes without saying. But the boneless tacos, boneless chicken in the tacos, but it's
Get
got to be...
tacos because boneless wings are confusing and sad. Imagine a bunch of chickens with boneless wings just flopping around. Here is your allowance, for real this time.
One of the... By the way, thank you very much, Pookie. I saw it earlier in the chat, and I was like, you know what? I'll pretend I didn't see that for you. You know, we'll all just pretend that we didn't mess with this. It's all good. But thank you so much. It was good to see you. See, it's cool to spot you in chat, even outside of the things. But you know, I'm surprised, given the lengths we've gone to. You know how we literally invented vegetables in some cases, right? That's a thing we have done. Okay, so I need to add another £2 to my order to get free delivery. Okay, they sell vegan American hard gums. So that way we can make Jeff Watkins happy. We got his vegan covered. I've done this with people before, by the way, like trying to take 6 people's wants and combining them together in a way that makes absolutely no one happy is my favorite thing to do in life. Ooh, they sell chili and honey peanuts as well. Oh, I think I should stop reading out the menu of the place I'm ordering from. Arizona iced tea. Okay, sorry, no, I mean iced tea from Brooklyn. Yeah, that's a different place and a different item. Okay, so I've got to decide between Arizona iced tea and the American hard gums. How am I even meant to know? You should order soon before they close. Yeah, I'm like on a timer here. It is true. I gotta work this out. I guess Cat specializes in disappointing people. Oh yeah, so Arizona iced tea is actually very hard to come across in the UK. Like, it costs an absurd amount. I'm surprised no one has solved it, because in Europe now it's affordable, but it still costs like minimum like £2 if you're gonna buy it here. American what? Get the tea lol. We could also get you can get a whole bottle of hot sauce. I guess hot sauce is wing sauce, right? Am I wrong about that? What do we reckon, chat? Is hot sauce wing sauce? The green screen thing's lovely side, the authenticity of the streams never change. Oh, if low quality live streams are something that make you think authentic, allow me to point you to the world's most authentic. Okay, I'm gonna turn off my second recording now. Gonna have to resave that as something else. Okay, hello everyone, I'm ABX Toycat, and I am so good at live streaming. BG build sugarcane. Okay, now I have an infinite amount of background gameplay. Arizona iced tea isn't even made in Arizona. Oh yeah, it was actually founded by a guy in New York who just thought the word Arizona was catchy, I want to say. Like, it's hilarious. It's, is Domino's in the UK? Domino's is in the UK. Now I want Domino's. Look what you've done to me. Okay. So I'm gonna add the Arizona iced tea, chat seems to think is the smart move here. You know, no, I'll add the... Yeah, I'll get the Arizona iced tea, and then I'll get the boneless wings. No, we need to keep Jeff Watkins happy. We're gonna add the vegan hard gums. Gotta make sure that everyone's on board with this. And then we gotta. Oh no, we can't. Okay, we're still not at the minimum order. Shall I add churros instead? Actually, wait. I'll just make my tacos more expensive by adding a needless... You know how, like, there's always an add-on that costs money, and it's a dumb add-on? I always love to add those as a way to get over the order minimum. So I can add a can of original Coca-Cola. That is not an add-on at all. A bowl of Corona. You know, life is hard. You know, okay, is anyone else get annoyed by this too? When a restaurant suggests, like, vegan hard what? Hard gums? Do you not have hard... They say they're American hard gums. So, I mean, you guys, this is your thing, right? What is vegan hard gums? USA here, so things are so different. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, hard gums are a British thing. I'm like 99.99999999999% sure about that. Like wine gums, right? I guess hard gums would be the opposite of wine gums, because wine gums are soft. I love how everyone in chat is confused by hard gums. That is a sign that things are going good. Okay, so I'm gonna... Okay, I need to get over this order minimum. It's very frustrating. Actually, no, I don't. The delivery fee is less than I'm adding needlessly. Oh, I'll just, you know, I'll add the Arizona. No, you know, no, I'll add some nuts. There we go. Add the nuts. And now I can eat some nuts at some point. Who doesn't love some nuts? Okay, and now I'm gonna order the boneless wings. I'm gonna make sure they arrive at the same time. And then I'll put the boneless wings in the tacos, and I'll show you what it looks like, chat. Don't worry. It'll be good. Okay. Why do you stream so late? Because I want as few people as possible to watch my live streams. I've calculated the later I stream, the fewer viewers I get. And the fewer viewers I get, the more I can mess up before things go badly for me. You know, the more fame you have, the more you get in trouble when you make a comment about who really controls the media. But see, that's the go-to joke about you know, offensive things you're not meant to say. But I mean, I'm just saying, if you look at this, you know, I'm not gonna double down on it. Don't worry. Y'all just eat gumdrops willingly. I eat gumdrops willingly. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Okay, so I'm gonna get myself now. Oh no, they don't have boneless wings right now. There's a wing place near me. It's a very famous chain in America. I don't know why they're near me. But they don't have boneless wings. Chat, I think I might have to get wings with bones in. See, how do I put those in the tacos, chat? Tell me how I'm gonna do that, okay? Tell me how it's gonna work. How do I put the wing? Do I just eat bones? Am I having bone tacos now? Do you see how ridiculous you sound? Do you see how ridiculous my life is because of your mistakes? Ah, you disappoint. Debone them. Oh yeah, I'm a. This is terrible. Get chicken strips instead. They do actually have chicken tenders, but like, chicken tenders aren't the same. We all know chicken tenders aren't the same. Chicken tenders are longer. They're great. They're like a meal, you know. I can also get fries, but that's not wings either. Why'd you do this to me, chat? Eat the bones to amuse us. You must entertain us. I'm so disappointed. I didn't realize I could be this disappointed with you, internet, but this is your fault. They're out of wings, and I know you're all behind it. Get a bigger taco. Okay, so I'll get 10 regular wings. No, I'll get the tenders, but then I have to get fries on the side. Like, we're just adding to my list of food that I don't need to eat. You are making me make bad decisions here, chat. I'll get some churros instead. That's a much healthier decision. Okay, add some churros. Chat, do we get caramel? Wait, no, I can't say it. Do I get chocolate? No, wait. I gotta obfuscate what my options are, but then still let you vote on them. Do I get sweet sauce or do I get other sweet sauce? I've got two options for my churros. Do I get sweet or the other sweet option? Is literally the same part of the chicken as boneless. But does it look like a wing? Are there as many of them? Are they small, compact, ready to eat in one bite? No, the chicken tender, you're like, oh, wow, it's still going, oh, wow, this is a menu's full of lies. There's no such thing as American vegan hardcomes. Yeah, no, if you're, so obviously you are American, Pookie, but to speak to the rest of chat here, if you are American watching this, one of the ways that food advertises itself as being, like, tasty but bad for you is it adds the word American. If you go to the store, you'll be like, yep, this is some delicious, whatever it is, and it's like, yep, tasty, but bad for you. Why didn't you order from Big Salmon Hut? You know, that's what I'm realizing. What flavor dip do I get for my churros, chat? You gotta, oh wait, here's how I'll do it. Everyone just guess flavors that they could have as their options, and I'm just gonna pick the first person who chooses one, but I'm not going to read it out loud, and then I'm not doxing myself. Okay, someone picked it near immediately. I can't say who though, but imagine it's you. Imagine it's you. Okay, so there's some churros going in my chicken tenders, and then. So what spice level should we go on the tenders? Again, I can't be precise with my options because I will be doxing myself. But just pick levels of spice, like high, low, medium, and then I'll vibe it out from there. Bear in mind, spicy food makes
Get yourself some ice cream, Toy Cat.
Thank you. You know what? Okay, we'll add ice cream to the order too. Someone says atomic. I had There's an American place. You've definitely heard of it. Also, thank you. Nice farm. How long did it take to make it with the regular world hype? Oh, it took me years of on and off working on it. Hi, Spice. Do you want me to have an unpleasant bathroom break tomorrow? Ah, of course you do. Big salmon percent spice. I agree with big salmon percent spice. Okay, mango habanero spores. You know what confuses me about spice levels is like once you go beyond like hot, medium, cold, it's like, well, do you want like a garlic rub or do you want like a Louisiana rub? Or are you talking like more like a barbecue rub? And it's like I don't know what words you even said. That is too much to ask from me right now. I guess I'll go with a nice citrusy one. Add that to the basket. Get some ranch going on alongside that. So the wings are going to arrive half an hour after the tacos. Is that okay, chat? Who am I kidding? Of course it's okay. Also, thank you.
Please do a live stream of you cooking and eating a big salmon. It could be a big salmon bedrock exclusive mukbang.
The last time I did a cooking with Toy Cat, it might not have been last time, it was like the time before last. I deep fried some salmon, and everyone was like, that's funny, Toy Cat. Yeah, that's... But it was one of the most delicious things I've ever had. Like, I crave... Deep fried egg as well. Deep fried egg is so delicious. I crave to this day the... I'm having like a brain aneurysm thinking about it, actually. But like, I think about it so much. Smoked salmon is better. Oh yeah, there's two types of salmon in this world. There's smoked salmon, and then there's an indistinguishable pink fish that for some reason people eat and pretend is fancy. I've never had... I know you can cook in a dishwasher too. Hey, I'm trying to find my cousin in the stream, but he never looks at chat. If you want to help, just say, Lance Cron, your cousin is here, says Eleanor. What sort of advice is that? Deep fried Oreos are good. Also, oh, I love deep fried Oreos. Also, Corin, to answer the question, deep fried egg. No, not like a Scotch egg. It's like a, I just threw, honestly, what I did is I threw an egg into a, into the batter. Yeah, actually, what did I even do? Did I just throw it right into the deep fryer? Again, I don't know what happened, but it was delicious afterwards. Honestly, just throw things into a boiling vat of oil, and then they taste delicious. Like, we're biologically evolved to want high-calorie foods, right? Because that's how you... And so, like, if you add high calories to high calories, life goes well for you. Deep fry... Oh, I haven't actually placed my order yet. Okay, we're good. Okay, so chat, I wasn't even hungry, but now I've ordered 2 batches of food. I hope you're happy with yourself. My card is suspecting fraud on the two delivery orders at 10 p.m. Deep fried Mars bar though, says Kit Kat. Oh yeah, deep fries Mars bar. Like I was sure it was one of those dumb things, but it changed my life. Please tell me you declared the bathtub as a business expense for the 2nd and 3rd channel fun. You're my favorite Irish to be YouTuber, says L4X. I thought I was just dumb, but apparently the Irish passport office still is closed. And like, even if you're Irish, you just can't declare yourself. You can't. If you're Irish but living outside of Ireland, they won't let you declare yourself as Irish right now, because like, yeah, because of COVID, you know how it is. And it's like, but what sense does that make? Surely, like, you don't realize how much of the world operates not because it needs to, but because someone wills it to be, until COVID runs around and everyone has the option to not anymore. Like that's my big take. Anyway, by the way, I didn't until you mentioned it just now, L4X. But yeah, that bathtub is totally a business expense, right? I'm gonna be using it solely to drink out of some live streams, and like the comedy value of buying it was pretty good. Okay, so yeah, I've got 2 orders. One is arriving at past, and one is arriving at 20 past the next hour. So I'll make it work, don't worry. I'm just gonna make sure no one is confused here. So this sugarcane farm is literally the backbone of society. That's what I've been saying this whole time. That's what I've literally been saying this whole time. So yeah, it's really sad we're almost at 320, but not quite as we hit the top here. Do you like this, chat? Look how high up we are. I'm just gonna be right back a second. I can hear the delivery man. You know what is crazy? Okay, again, I know I'm acting like no one lives in a 3-story house besides me, but like, isn't it like it's so weird that like, if there's food, I have to like, I saw a video recently. Apparently it's a famous American estate agent. I've never heard of him, but he has it's like an $8 million house in Brooklyn, and so first of all, it's funny that like to Americans at least that you can spend $8 million on a house, and it's still only like, you know, it's like 4 times as wide as a person maybe, but it's 6 floors tall, and so like when a house is 6 stories, you have to have an elevator, right? If you're spending millions on a house. What drinks should he buy with the dinner, says Caffeine. Okay, chat, what am I drinking tonight? Let's work it out. I'm glad we also, I'm a delivery driver, says Jessica Clark. Hey, congrats on the, wait, is that a congrats? I think that's a congrats. I know you're doing some more driving late tasks before. I mean, delivery food is just taxis, but for food. Also, jump off, says Lord Death. Okay. There we go. That was good. I technically jumped off. Did I not? Boneless taco juice. Okay, let's get a blender out and let's blend up the boneless tacos. Let's make it happen. An old-timey alcoholic cocktail like in Mad Men. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I think I've seen a story about the house, more or less, width of the sidewalk. Yeah, it's so interesting to me, because again, like the word is townhouse, right? Where like your that way space is limited, but you can have as much of that space as you have building materials. Oh, okay, chat. I have an ethical dilemma for you, and by ethical dilemma, I mean Americans are savages, and allow me to explain. See, I've now learned the majority of you watching are Americans, and so now I'm going to criticize your culture. Okay, so I've been to that house a couple weeks ago, actually. It's 7 feet wide. I feel like we might be talking about different places, because I think 7 feet might be underselling it. Whoa, look at that baby zombie. I'm mind blown by what's happening with how he just did that by himself. I think they're learning. Dutchies represents as Black Scorpion. So now to go on a third tangent, even though I haven't finished my last 2 trains of thought. I was at a Dutch pub today, I think. It might have been I don't know what it was. It was a establishment that sold beer. Actually it was Belgian, but like Belgium's just the Netherlands with extra steps. Anyway, so I was at a Dutch, and I didn't realize until like a woman sat down next to me, and she was like a supporter of, you know, like obviously current leader in the championship, Max Verstappen. I was like, oh yeah, watching us, like I was surrounded by Dutch people as a Dutch person, the most famous Dutch athlete maybe right now did a sport, and made me think about some things. It made me realize, like, yeah, stuff. Like the angle, like I've said this before, but everyone has a very unbiased view on basically everything, but then they don't know that they have an unbiased view. Like my dream in life would be to actually be objective and neutral on as many things as possible. Like I feel like I try to be, but obviously like if I'm talking about like, oh, do I think it's a good thing that I have to put 50% of everything I make into an account so the government can take it later? Of course I'm not going to say, well, on the one hand, it sucks for me, but on the other hand, it's really good if you're in the defense industry that you get a ton of money from your boy Toycat against his will or desires. Also, I was a taxi operator, was made redundant last year, and now a delivery driver. Are you working for like a single restaurant? Oh, again, I'll try and find you in chat on this one, but are you working for like a single restaurant, or do you work for like a platform? Because I used to think delivery driver was one of the, if this isn't an insult, I was like, I used to worry it was like, oh, that's one of the scariest jobs. Like, but then as soon as Deliveroo and Uber Eats came out, I was like, that sounds like one of the best jobs to me. Like, my plan if I need side income is like hop on Deliveroo, because like you go for a bike ride around a city, or car rides or whatever, and then you just
think
drop
it's funny
food.
that both of the first two 1.18 seeds you shared have funny numbers in them. I noticed that because everyone in my family has the humor of a 12-year-old boy.
Do you, if you would believe it, Pookie, Crack Magnet, again, Seed Lord, Incorporated. Crack Magnet specifically made sure that the seeds which had all, because I asked for seeds that had all the biomes on, and it was like, okay. And then he made sure he found ones that had 420 and 69 in. Just for that little bit of humor. And again, that's attention to detail. Do you know how much, that removed like, you know, what, 99.9% of seeds from contention. But again, he's that good that he can still make it work. Okay, so chat. Here's a controversial one for you to criticize the very being of American culture. Do we all agree, right? Okay, so if you don't know, America has this weird system where they cut little bits of male children when they're born. We can't talk too much about it on the internet because I value being able to make money from my videos. But you know, like, I could be neutral and objective and say, well, that's just YouTube protecting themselves. Or I can say, wouldn't it be nice if people wouldn't try to threaten my livelihood solely because I'm talking about male sex? You know, no, it's fine. So I was thinking about it, and I'm glad it was intentional, says Pookie Helms. It is one of those, it's one of those details, even I didn't know was intentional until like just before I uploaded it, and he's like, by the way, if you're making this into a video, I hope you know that I deliberately, and I was like, anyway, I love being the surgeon, keep all the tips, says Spoon. High quality, high quality. So anyway, you know what weirds me out about that though? The only argument that makes it okay is that the parents get to decide, right? Like, the parents are allowed to decide what happens with their children. But what's weird to me is that everyone agrees this is true, and then everyone has a point where this stops being limited. Right? Like, you can agree that your child should have a certain looking, you know, like, thing going on down there. Like, you're allowed, but you wouldn't be able to perform, like, you wouldn't be able to perform, like, you wouldn't be able to remove, like, the ear from a child and be like, or, like, you can't demand a doctor pierce the ears of your children, right there, right? Actually, wait, do people get their child's ears pierced? I hope not. But, like, if you're like, yeah, actually, there's this, what's unnecessary on the body, but that people have anyway. Can we remove his tonsil at the same time? Just, you know, like, he's not gonna need it or anything. I work for a company that owns the operation rights for a few international brands. Oh, wait, I want to see this. One customer ordered delivery from 2 of the restaurants. See which one came first. I had both at the same time. Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. I'm going to guess it's Yum, based on that. Maybe I'm wrong. I work in an Odeon, and fun fact, they are very dirty, says Corey Clark. You know what? Do you want to hear about cinema chains in the UK? Yeah, you don't, but I'm here anyway. I've already got the drinks money, so now I can talk about whatever I want without offending people. Baby ear piercings are a thing. Oh, okay. Well, I had some faith in humanity left, but I mean, why not remove that too, right? Why not just get rid of that as well? Why do we need to believe in anything good? Wondering how many people will be scared to play their worlds with the new update?
2 hours and not a single block over 300 blocks yet.
Actually, wait, no, we've gone several blocks. You don't understand the definition of single March 3258. There is, by every definition, there is multiple blocks. People have babies pierced here all the time. You know, what is wrong with people? Why is this allowed? Just wondering how many people are scared to play the worlds in the new update. When you try to load up a world, it forces you to make a backup, or it very politely requests for you to make a backup, if it makes you feel better. So, like, you have to back up your worlds before playing this update. If you value that, then good news. If people think it's cute. Okay, well, you know, I was going to make a grand point about, like, why is it that we can remove certain body parts from children and others, but apparently the rule is, like, as long as the doctor thinks it looks good, you can do whatever you want to children. I'm glad that's the rule we have. You know, like, okay, so women tend to get, like, you know, what's the, if we ignore the obvious surgery, there's, like, you know, like, Botox is a thing. I don't know how it works, but it lifts up your cheeks or whatever. Why can't you perform Botox on a baby? right? And the answer is because, well, the baby can't really give but the answer should be that my kid's body is dead soon. I had mine pierced as a kid. I hated it. I'm so confused. How is this a common thing? What? Who are all these parents piercing? What are we as a species? I am really starting to question it now. America's got to have pretty babies. You know what? People say that you're the weird one when you suggest that maybe the country is run by a cabal of international privatized healthcare. If you pay, they'll do it. Says Lego Gonk Droid. That's so one of the catches of privatized healthcare, like the kind of balancing factor, as best I can understand it, is that you can sue the doctor if you don't like what happened. And so every doctor has to have an insurance that covers if they practice incorrectly, and that insurance gets more expensive, they do more of them. And so because doctors know that they basically have to pay, directly or indirectly, when they mess up, you can't just get any surgery done. Are we at the very top of the world? Oh, no, we're not. This is the top of the world. Oh, it actually goes all the way up to 320? I thought it went up to 319. Well, today I learned I'm wrong. Can't even get a hysterectomy about your husband's mission, but you can mutilate a baby, no problem, Lamau. Yeah, that's my point, right? Like, we always say stuff like, my body, my choice, and then we make a whole list of exceptions to that rule. We make a trillion exceptions. Like, well, you know, not when it comes to certain parts of your reproductive system. Not when it comes to if you're a baby. Not when it comes to medical procedures to have access to the gym or whatever weird things are in your area. It's like, oh yeah, no, like, because it's factually not correct. We don't believe that the individual's body is the individual's choice. We just say it. Like, you know, like, are you free to do something, or does no one care to stop you? That's one of my favorite, like, dilemmas on this one. And the answer in 99.9% of cases is no one cares enough to stop you. It's not that you're free to do whatever you want, including, you know, like, what's an obnoxious thing that people do? Here's something that everyone hates, that everyone wishes you couldn't do. My old RS teacher showed us a circle. Well, you have a fun teacher. We called it RE in my school. You have to get COVID vaccinations to keep your job, says Kazia. Right, actually, you know, again, that's, to me, that's like, you know, everyone has their line they draw on this, but that's like, you know, your employer can keep you employed under any reasons they want, right? I can fire you because I don't like your name. I mean, not in my, I don't know. You know, I feel like, I think once you're employed more than 3 months, where I live, you actually can't do that, but, like, in some places you can, my point. Anyway, my point that I was trying to raise with this is just, like, okay, something everyone hates is people who have loud, they modify their car or their bike to be louder. The worst thing about cars, there's lots of other bad things, but one of the worst things about motor vehicles is how noisy they are. Like, we are slowly but surely ruining the sound, like sound pollution, right? And people take this aspect and go, you know what would be great? If literally no one benefited, but I made it louder. The only reason we don't enforce it, like, it's not that we, and you know, like, theoretically you're allowed to do it. It's not that you're allowed to do it, it's that we haven't worked out an easy way to stop you doing that. If we could, you better believe we would. I'm triggered now. I have people out there saying my body, my choice about vaccines, and then your body, my choice when it comes to women's reproductive rights. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, I feel like, everyone has somewhere in them this, like, hypocritical bone where they're like, no, but that's, like, different. You misunderstand. Grown-up version of putting a card in your bike spokes. You know, although also, right, that is also obnoxious. Okay, well, there goes the creeper. Can we also agree that? So, oh no, how did it even explode? And how did it do so much damage? Oh. But yeah, everyone has this, like, you know, like, I don't know. Everyone has the mildly hypocritical bone somewhere in their body. And that's what I was getting at with sports, actually. Like, again, so 99% of people Don't watch sport. It's fine. You don't have to. I'll try and make this nice and understandable for everyone. But there were 2 incidents in today's race between the 2 major title contenders who both of them needed to win this race, basically. So in one of the incidents, let's just say, like, it you know, it was like a clear cut, and in the other one, it's like, depending on how you look at it, one of the guys has done something horribly wrong. And instead of being like, oh yeah, so the fair thing to do here is to analyze what happened, work it out, they're like, oh my god, it looks like this. On first glance, it looks like this guy has rammed into him for no reason. That is the stance I'm taking forward no matter what information I get from now on, because I've solidified my worldview. Sound pollution is really hypocritical, says Igor Krejkovic. It's pretty hypocritical that I complain about sound pollution and then I yell to people on the internet about sound pollution. Makes no sense. If it's really my body, my choice, your child gets to decide with he or she. Yeah. But my point there is, like, there are all sorts of things we force people to do with their bodies all the time, right? Like, all the time. We're like, so we would like it if I don't know. You know, they're all much more micro examples. But yeah, people, it is, the weirdest thing to me is how often it correlates that people who are pro, again, we will simplify it to reproductive rights, are, you know, also pro, you know, mandatory, let's call it disease-based inoculation. And then people who are anti forced inoculation are pro. But the actual explanation for that is that they see it as different issues, right? Like, one is taking a big personal hit for a big public good, and one is taking a small personal hit for a small public good. Wait, that makes no sense. Disease-based inoculation on my way right now. Anyway, brief history of boats in Minecraft. Ran across another boat bug. I can't believe I haven't fixed boats in Minecraft's entire history. Playing devil's advocate here. On the other side, some people think it's fine, but you must get a vaccine. Yeah, exactly. No, I mean, I exactly agree with that. Like Hannah, like, it's so strange that people have conflicting views and then pretend that they're not conflicting. But again, I think everyone has this everywhere in them all the time. I've said before, like, you know, like, I'm like really in favor of animals not suffering. And then I just ordered some chicken tacos, with some churros, which are made from what, like animal products or something. And then I got some boneless chicken to go on the side. You know, you know, like, how can I be in favor of one thing? And then it's like, it's because actually, you know, we nuance and it's all hard. But then, like, that's why the simplest stance should just be like, how about, the simplest stance would be to say, like, okay, how about no one gets to make decisions on no one else? But the truth is, as a society, we have more and more power that we will collectively wield. And when people you don't like use their power, like,
seeing your live stream after arriving home from a 13-hour shift is a great thing. Always look forward to them. Hope all is well in your world.
Thank you so
Here's
much.
my toy cat tax.
Thank you so much, first of all, for the 1324, Lassie Jenny. You know, Jessie Lenny, I would like to point out, is also a very good name. I have to assume you're from Texas, based on the word Lassie. Do you believe there's a difference between something tasting strong and something tasting rich? There is definitely a difference, in my opinion. But I'm glad that after such a long shift, I'm here right now. Since you're just here right now, I have to flex on you with my USB-powered fridge. I bought when I was a teenager. Still have to this day. It's a reminder to me, this was the funniest thing in the world. I was like, this will change my life. It makes drinks very slightly cold. There's like a little, like, I don't know how this even works, if I'm being honest. Oh, it hit my mic, I'm sorry. I don't know how it even works on 5, you know, watts of power or whatever. But it's like a reminder that, like, yeah, there are things that amaze you. You know, like, it's that reminder that your lifestyle is escalating, always. Your standard, you know, like, the first ever money I paid, I get the story. Oh wait, I haven't finished the story that I started an hour ago. So the first ever money I made on the internet, I had to like spend it all online because it was just it was just PayPal. I couldn't get it in real life. I don't think I even had a bank account because again, we didn't have money. Oh, what am I gonna do with my bank account? I only started a bank account because I got checks from my I got a check from my grandmother, and then we sat on the check for 5 months and like 31 days, and actually no, I think the checks expired, and then my grandmother sent more checks, and then like my mother just kept putting off like taking us to the bank to like make bank accounts so we could have the money, which is frustrating, right? Like as a child, you can't just go into a bank and make your own bank account. You need someone, and so like this money was like gonna go to waste. Otherwise, it was painful. When I hear Lassie, I think Irish, not Texan. Yeah, I think of the dog, the little sheepdog in the great movie Lassie, self-titled. But then I think lasso, and I'm like, well, a lasso is definitely. Anyway, I still get checks from my granny. I didn't know they still existed. Oh yeah, I haven't had a check in years. I used to get checks from. Oh, I think I'm still getting checks from Amazon, and they're going to the wrong address. Amazon, sent me checks forever. And it's annoying because they'd be US dollar checks, and my bank charges a fee to cash non-pound checks. And it's like a pretty substantial fee. It's like £5. Anyway, where was my point? Okay, so the first money I made on the internet, I could not take out of the internet. It was, but then when I was like 15, 16, I worked out a loophole. I worked one out. There was a PayPal competitor that would let you get a debit card for the account. And then using that debit card, you can like, you know, like with a debit card, you can then spend money on things, or you could go to an ATM and pull it out. I would finally have real money to show for all of the internet stuff that I'd done. And I remember thinking every single day that I was working, making money, because I think it was like, I needed $100 minimum to like actually make it happen. So I needed to get $100 together. It might have been £100, like $150, $170 or something at the time. The exchange rate's gone down a lot in case you're curious. I kept thinking to myself, the thing that would make me happiest in life is a pizza. Imagine having money, because again, I had zero money. Like I physically didn't have money as a child. It's hard to explain this to people who grow up with like rich parents. Like I read a thing on Reddit that was so true. Of like, I had a rich friend who was like so upset that they were so confused at the idea of like, why are my parents buying me a car if they can't pay for the insurance? But then like I have an actual friend who's gone through that whole thing. Like they're not. What's even the point? But yeah, I think that one of the weird things is like I just remember thinking like, if I had money and then I could just choose when I get to have a pizza. Pizza would not be a thing I yearn for and pray happens to me. Pizza would be something in my control. Instead of being like, I sure hope there is pizza today, and knowing that almost certainly there will not be, I can know if I want pizza. Any time the pizza place is open, at least, I can get my hands on some pizza. It was mind-blowing to me, that sort of fun. And that's the thing I was trying to talk about with, like, lifestyle expectations. I think that what really brings us joy in life, to some extent, is like the momentum of the progress more than the actual state of being itself. I feel like if you lived your perfect, if someone brought you up to your perfect life now, you would be like, wonderful. A year from now, you might be great. But slowly, you know, again, it's like a human thing. You start to want more and more and more. The humble nature of people who grow up poor is so wholesome, says Dylan G Tech. I think it's I think it's one of those like things that like you always see like wealthy people try to recreate, because they're like, oh, it was so, I really realized that like this guy didn't have something, and so I'd be like, oh yeah, so when I grew up, we were a 1-car household. You know, you wanted to go somewhere and your dad was already there. Only one. It was. I don't even know how we survived. You know, like your mother dropped you off at the mall, and now what are you gonna do? You know, when I was 17, my parents didn't buy me a car. It was hard. They offered to help me with the down payment, but I had to make payments myself. It was hard, but like that struggle made me who I am today. You know, like I needed a house, and like obviously, you know, unlike rich people who like inherit it from their parents, I had to work, and I only had you know, my tuition and my down payment paid for. Like, you know, like it was I had to save the money to buy food myself. Didn't even have the food paid for. You hear that? It's I grew up in a zero-car household. Wanted to go anywhere, walk or bus. Yeah, I had a so I used to live like an hour away from school. There was like a guy on my street that I like later became friends with, and I learned that like he took the car in every day, and he was like, hey, do you wanna lift someday? And I was like, sure, I guess. And I was like, man, you just every day you just like get there, you know, like you don't leave the house, go for an hour of, you know, like you just want to be somewhere, and then you go, you just but yeah, it's I think that like the certain lifestyle things you just adjust to being normal. Like I am genuinely just used to the idea that my fridge is filled with things I would like to drink, or oh, I need to open up my shocker box. It's very grass filled, which is a problem, but it's fine. But yeah, I think that like the small things in your life are much more appreciable than I've never had a bicycle that's been brand new. All of my bikes have been secondhand, says Ice Maiden. I was actually, you know, here's one of those I guess luxuries I did get. I always had brand new bikes because my mother could like buy them on credit or something. I didn't understand the scheme at the place I worked, but they were the cheapest bikes humanly possible, right? And like I did realize like one of the things like that I felt like amazed by, because again, like when money's hard, everyone else is like, man, we can just drop like 150 on a bike when mine gets stolen with like next to no delay. That's incredible. That's cool. That's like again, I was like I had like a wealthy feeling from that one. What's your credit card number? 17. Thank you for asking. You know, people ask what's your credit card number. They don't ask how your credit card number. Yeah, I liked biking around everywhere. It was weird to me, the idea of not, you know, actually, you know, if we want to know a funny story, because I used to live an hour walk from school, like, I always think back and I'm like, man, yeah, biking would have been cool for that. I used to bike to school, and within a week, my bike would be stolen, and there was a camera on the on the bike shed, and the crazy bit is they'd just be like, well, sure, we do recognize that there is a camera, and we do know who did it, but like, do we want to expel them for that, or is that kind of your problem? I mean, they wouldn't say it that way, but you know, I think it's crazy. Like, okay, so I was trying to think about all sorts of things that are weird in people, like people's relationship. Like, I think your early day relationships define a lot about you. You know, in the same way that, like, I'm saying that, like, sure, things sucked in some ways as a kid, but I generally think, like, I enjoy life so much more as a result. Like, for real, I just ordered 2 different sets of food. I'm not even hungry, and it just comes here anyway. Oh, I got a missed call from my delivery driver. Oh, I bet he's, like, hanging around and he's very confused right now. Oh, he found it. Okay. Right on time. Let's hope he found it at least. maybe he delivered it to the wrong house. We'll find out. No, I didn't get a doorbell, so he definitely didn't deliver it to the right place. Oh, no. Okay, well, that's the problem. I'll deal with that later. Anyway, like I was saying though, like, I feel like your relationship with your parents will define how you view, like, there's that, like, famous psychological thing of, like, your parents' relationship is the first relationship you ever see. It's, like, the only relationship you see for a long time. So it defines a big part of how you view, you know, male-female relationships, at least. And it also views how you view, like, certain authoritative-based relationships. You know, if they're weird to you, you're gonna be weird to other people. Anyway, speaking of delivery drivers, make sure to tip them, says Jailbreak Glitch. I live in the UK where there's no such thing as a tipped wage, and you, like, obviously you tip to be nice, but you don't say, you don't, no tipping. Don't you dare get me into tipping. Don't you get me on this one. I'm not gonna do this. Do a show of what food you're gonna eat. I'm, like, actually hungry now all of a sudden. You know, maybe it's just I've been thinking about food. I'm, like, glad I ordered food all of a sudden. All I've had today was some bitterball and some spring rolls. I don't eat real food. Give us a tip about tipping. Okay, here's a pro tip. When someone asks for a tip, tell them that Taco Cat backwards is Taco Cat. Food that got delivered to the wrong house, lol, says Darcy. I feel like if you're in America, people are like, well, sure, they delivered it to the wrong house, but I mean, like, my house isn't on fire, and you know, like, I don't know. I feel like that's like a humble thing about Americans, right? Still tipping even when the service is terrible, being like, it's not their fault. That's like one of the nice aspects of Americanism. UK companies pay their workers. Yeah, that's the mind-blowing difference here, right? So this is a weird cultural thing in the UK. This is gonna blow your mind, Americans. Get this right. So in the UK, if there's like if a business wants an employee, the business actually pays them. Like, get that right. That people don't have to do their work for free and survive off the generosity of strangers. Like, you're not like a waiter or beggar as a in the UK. Like, you do your job as a waiter, and then the company whose services they benefit from pays that employee. It's like really strange. I know it's like same with a taxi driver who literally owns their own business, and so it makes even less sense. That they choose what rate to charge you. They will tell you this journey is £5, and they don't mean £5, but please give me £2 extra, or else I can't feed my children. They will say £5. And it's really weird. I know, I don't understand it entirely. Like, isn't it the person's responsibility to pay the employee? Sometimes I just give people money anyway because I'm just that wealthy. Obviously, it's definitely true and not a made up thing. But waiting tables in the US is actually an acting/performance gig. And okay, the current tipping system is broken. At the end of the evening, they should be like, so I hope you all enjoyed that performance. I'll just put this right here. Oh, thank you for your generosity, sir. Just if you want to put some in the hat, you could do that. That'd be great. Anyway, tipping is questionable, but waits in America usually make more money than if they had a bigger hourly wage. Yeah, that's like, if you're a tipped employee, you love tipping. And you don't pay taxes on it, so who's losing? Like, okay, you know, actually, you wanna, who took the tripping rant, taxes rant incoming? But thank you very much, Elisa Stubblefield, by the way, for 6 months. Congratulations. Pretending to like people is quite the performance. You know, I had a good interaction with a service employee yesterday. As a Brit, the way I see tips is as following. Your employment terms are between you and your employer. I'm just a dude who wants a product without somebody expecting more. Yeah, right. I feel like if you're like really blown away and you think to yourself, the only way I can thank this guy is with my money, I'm like, here is some. I actually do like I do occasionally tip it and I feel good about it. I'm like, yeah, that's for you, that is. Good job. And then if it's mediocre, I'm like, ooh, I'm not withholding their life with this, am I? I'm like, oh yeah, that was fine. Thank you for the food. I'll be on my way. No, I wait tables for years and it's such good money. I made an average $25 to $35 now, says Elisa Stubblefield. See, yeah, I totally agree that, okay, so as an American, right, I used to think when I was younger, like I was naive, and I thought, surely you could just pay money to the you know, like you could work it all out that way. And really cynical people on the internet say, well, if restaurants increase their prices, they wouldn't pass it on to the what's it called, the waiters. And then I saw someone on Reddit say something like, well, the difference is you pay sales tax on food, but you don't pay sales tax on a tip. Because I don't think you pay sales tax on a tip. That's my understanding, at least. Which doesn't make any sense because you're giving money to someone for services they provided, but you don't pay sales tax on it. And so actually, you would have to raise food prices by 8% more or whatever sales tax is where you live, then you'd have to tip someone. And so it's actually 8% cheaper because tipping is actually a giant tax job. Think about it, right? 20% of your food is the recommended amount in America, which is wild. And that sounds insane, but actually, it just means that you're paying the employee, and you're paying them using cash in non-official means. And so they don't need to, like, okay, for instance, do you want to know a crazy fact? If I want to actually employ someone, like, I would like to, because right now, like, everything based on contracting and, like, you don't want to know about business structures. But if I want to employ someone legally on payroll, like, have them be a fixed-term employee, etc., 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 it's like, first of all, everything that comes into the business, you pay 20% tax on. So if you want me to give £1,000 to someone who is employed to me, right? You give me £1,000, except you have to pay £2,000 extra, £200 extra, to pay for the taxes that I pay on that. Okay, there we go. Then on top of that, it's like, I have that £1,200, or I have 1,000 of it, because I give 200 to the government, and now I want to give that money to my employee. You have to pay a tax every time you give someone money as a part of your business. It's like 20 to 30% depending on where you live. So then you need to give me actually $1,400 to make up for the fact that I need to pay their taxes. And then if I give them £1,000, they're going to owe, depending on their tax band, 20 to 45% taxes on that. And so if I want to pay that tax, then actually you don't have to give me $1,400. You have to give me potentially, you know, $1,800, $1,900, etc. And so rather than you giving me money to give to someone, give them money. Is an argument you can make, right? Like, oh yeah, I'm hiring a new assistant, but instead of them getting money from me for the services they do for me, you guys can just tip them. And that sounds crazy, but if that was the way, then you would save me all of that money in the meantime, right? Ignoring the fact that obviously YouTube also takes a 30% cut, which means that actually, once you add in the YouTube 30% cut, instead of paying me £1,800, you'd be paying what, like $2,400, I want to say? Yeah, there's all these cycles, and so instead of that, you could, like, it's a genuinely good argument that, like, actually, okay, in the system that exists, in the system that does exist, why not just pay employees directly? Like, imagine if at the grocery store you tipped the cashier a percentage of each food item, right? If you did that, then now your groceries would be cheaper, because instead of spending, what's an average grocery trip in America? Like $6,000. That's what I spend on groceries. But no, like, let's say it's $100. Let's say it costs like $5 to pay an employee. Instead of your groceries costing $100, they'd cost $95. And then you could give the employee $2 or something. And then, or $3, let's say. You get what I'm saying? Like, you would save $2 in the long run. And so that's, like, I think about it a lot, how, like, oh yeah, because of the system itself is, like, kind of broken, but it's more just it's a giant loophole that no one wants to lose out on. Anyway, like, same with, like, okay, if you, you know, if instead of tipping me, we watched more ads, right? Then, you know, like, YouTube takes 45% of those ads, and then, like, blah, 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 blah. Instead, people get, like, I just got a tip from Zoom Goat for £2. That saved everyone 2,000, you know, whatever. Anyway, how to get the garlic ramp from started, says Kyle Pedden. Oh, I love garlic. Garlic's amazing. I don't know, what issues can you even have with garlic? I don't even know. Oh, I turned my phone on silent a while ago. That's why I get so many notifications without knowing. Okay, we good? We're good, I think. Okay, so my food, in case you're curious, it's on its way, but it doesn't say, it just says it's coming now. And I've got little snowflakes on because it's Christmas, I guess. Okay, I'm about to have the best boneless tacos of my life. And then some churros on the side. I stopped being hungry again. Honestly, does anyone understand how their stomach works? Like, obviously, I keep throwing terrible stuff in there, and that's why it's giving me issues. Why is your face cam so small, says Cancell's Attitude? You know what? You raise a good point. You raise a very good point. But yeah, do you want to look at my face? Do you want to look at my little defined cheekbones? It's actually weird. The lines here appear from nowhere. What are these normally? How is that? What are faces, man? You ever look at a face? Anyway, so I had a good okay, you know what? Here's the big difference in tipping. Oh yeah, you thought tipping was over? No, it's not over yet. It's not over till it's over. Oh, this is not working how I intend it to. I had a good interaction with a service employee yesterday. And unlike in the US where I go, oh yeah, that's their job. That's how they make money. Oh, I'm too low now. I'm too far down now. I was like, oh, that was actually good. I felt good about it maybe like an hour after it happened, too. And isn't that cool? Don't we all secretly want that? Wouldn't that be nice? If instead of being like, oh wow, this person was nice, I better hope I give them money so they know that. It's like, oh, that was a nice person. You know, it's a difference. It's a difference. Like, technically, it's still their job, but they... You know what am I doing here? Now Toycat sounds stoned. I got way more food than I should have. What are faces? Okay, here's the secret to enjoying live streaming. Put mood-altering drugs in your body, and work it out that way. Make your face cam wide. I actually can't make my face cam wide, funnily enough. They only let you alter it by, like, diagonal values, if that makes sense. I am tired. I am tired. Did you get a haircut? No. Don't forget to tip your villager after doing a trade, says Jailbreak Luch. Oh, that, you know, okay, I'm writing that one down. One sec. Should you tip the villager? Okay, there we go. I mean, if you think about it, right? The villagers aren't being paid a living wage. So, I mean, it seems pretty mean not to. Make your gameplay smaller. Okay. Let's fire a firework off. Get to the top of this. So here's my world from up above. I hope you enjoy looking at it. What I think I should do to end this stream, tell me if you disagree, chat, is, I think that what would be fun is, also, by the way, I think we actually did it. Like, we're not all the way out of the woods yet. I like the music, too. I had a situation once where the creepy dude was tipping $20 to $40 every time trying to flirt me. My manager told me to take money and deal with it. It's a broken system for sure, says Elysis Stubblefield. I'm curious, if you made 25 to 35 now. Okay, so no, okay. I want to talk about tipping. You want to talk about tipping too, but I've done it too much. As I understand it, like, because one of the confusing things is in America you tip based on percent. You don't tip absolute numbers, which means the cheaper your food is, the less it costs the restaurant to deliver it to you, is supposedly the logic. Will you increase your wheat farm too? I'm Welsh. Hey, thank you, Mine Laughter's Geography. So that's my wheat farm over there. I don't know if I intend to. I kind of like that it's the old world height, because it's like a point of comparison. I guess so with the cactuses, but... What I might do is, like, way off in the distance, put, like, a big billboard up to explain the heights. Talking about tipping as a recreational drug for Toycat. I can do it all day, every day, man. I can do it all day, every day. And I'm not even joking. I mean, I'm joking about not even joking. But I'm not even not joking about not. How's the weather, chat? Is it good? Or is it bad? As American, I tipped the absolute amounts I thought was normal. I guess I'm an outcast again. Yeah, because, did you know, it's actually way harder to get a job at a fancy restaurant because you'll make so much more in tips. If your average, like, table is $100 versus $500, you'll make 5 times as much for the same amount of work. And so the difference is you have to do way more, like, soft service. Like, you have to, like, you know the wine list better. You have to do all these dumb little things that people care about if they spend that much on food. And also, apparently, it's way harder to get into those positions. Something that shocked me to learn is that, I don't know what, whenever Toy Cat reads my comments out loud, it makes me freaks out a tiny bit, says Lamp. I'm glad you freaked out, Lamp. Have you ever had to tip a barber? Oh, I tipped a guy £1, and I had a very bad haircut, and I realized, maybe if I stop tipping them, I'll get better hair. I'm just kidding. That's not what I assumed. Maybe it's what I should have assumed. So if you just ignore the blocks that we didn't place, I think we did a good job today. If you just ignore the bad, then we did good. And so to end this live stream, I've had a lot of fun today. Thank you. Oh, I've got a video I've got to promote. It's 11 PM. I should be uploading videos rather than doing this. So I'm gonna, oh, my doorbell has rung. It's officially arrived, chat. So this is the progress we made today. As you can see, absolutely delightful. Hi, it's your rider. I'm outside. Can you... Oh, one sec. Why? Can you meet me? Okay, I guess I can. Although they also rang the doorbell. So, are they telling me to meet them outside the door? Did they ring me and then... I don't know what they're trying to do. Anyway, all I do know is that I hope you all enjoyed this video. I'm gonna go eat some boneless taco wings now. And it's chicken tenders. It's different. We all know it's different. Except the boneless wing people. They're confused because they don't understand the concept of social. So yeah, thank you very much for watching the video. I'll see you next time. Oh wait, no. There's a video coming out right this second. Literally, wait. The video is out now. Go watch it if you want to, obviously. It's your choice. Your body, your choice. See you next time, unless I don't, because, I mean, who knows these days. Bye.